the show today, there's been early leaks of new golf kit. It's coming for us and our wallets.
Ooh, fancy. And we're talking bunts in the wild, you heard.
Well, I make that Monday, and here we are in mid-November. Welcome back to another episode of Golf is Ruining My Life. This is the podcast where two grown men act like petulant children in the face of the fact that they're just not that good at golf. Really. When it comes... Don't forget, Tom. Don't forget.
Go on.
Here's something to kick us off. There was a point this year when you and I had ambitions and targets, and those were, I'm not going to lie to you, do you remember this? Had you tried to forget this?
Don't mention this.
Well,
I think you said, I remember yours more than I remember mine. I think you said that you wanted to play off scratch. Did you? Am I misremembering that? Because now in November that feels ridiculous. So maybe that can't be what you said.
Bearing in mind, arguably my best score this year was when I did the 3-club challenge at my place.
It's a damning indictment of your game.
8 over was one of my best proper scores over 18 holes this year.
Wow.
I did lots of weird stuff this year. I did holiday golf, I did foursomes, I didn't do any comps, bit of match play. No, so the thing I wanted to do, I didn't want to get down to scratch because that's next level. What I wanted to do, bearing in mind I'm on 5, I wanted to shoot a par.
Yes, you did.
I wanted to shoot level par.
Which you've never done.
No, and that 2 over I got, which is now 2-3 years ago, is starting to... You know how a score suddenly becomes significant? When it happens, you go, yeah, I'll be doing that again soon. You know, it must be a bit like when Chesney Hawkes released The One and Only. Rick Astley released Never Gonna Give You Up, and they thought, well, there's the first of my many hits. And then what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, fine.
I worry that I might become a one-scratch wonder.
So in my world, this is when JoJo released Get Out, Leave, right now, it's the end of you and me. There's great career for JoJo incoming, and it never quite...
Yeah, where's JoJo now?
Exactly. Well, living in LA with a friend of mine, but that's a different issue for another podcast, so we won't go there. Yeah, no, I do see what you mean, because, 2 over, is amazing.
In 23.
Yeah, 23. Your golf, you've not tried as hard...
No.
Certainly this year as you were doing then.
No.
So
I've not tried as hard, no. And you know what? I think that last year when I had my nearly final and my handicap was really good, I was playing really good golf in 24. I feel like 25 has been your year more, because 24 you didn't play that as much, whereas 25 you have played, I'd say, as much golf as Tommy Fleetwood. Certainly more golf than a live golfer.
Yeah, Christ, yeah. Even with their 4 rounds incoming. Yeah, I mean, there's a mad stat that I came across the other day that in like the 3 months of peak summer, I have 54 cards on my EG. Like, it is wild.
What?
Yeah. It's mad the amount of cards that I did this summer. I put loads of effort in, and my handicap tumbled. I'm off 8. I'm off 8 now. Who would have thought? That's wild for me.
If you went and played, here's a question for you. If at the peak of my powers this summer, I was probably 5 or 6. I mean, I'm still 5.2 or something, but that's like, let's say 6, right?
Yeah.
If I was to go out now, not now because it's dark
and raining.
If I was going out tomorrow morning and the weather's manky and I'm off mats and there's leaves everywhere, what do you reckon you'd score? What are you scoring?
Oh, if I did that tomorrow, round my place, I reckon I'd shoot a 17 over. I think.
Yeah.
A 17 over, which would give me, that on my place is like a 14 handicap.
There's something to be said for more sporting events where people aren't allowed to prepare.
Yeah.
Imagine the Olympics where nobody's allowed to prepare. Preparing is cheating, right? And they just have to turn up. Imagine the injuries.
Yeah. But then this is the thing with proper sporty people, Tom, and they're annoyingly good. It's like when I went and did that half marathon in Lisbon a few weeks ago, and my mate Matt, who isn't really a runner, ran a 1 hour 30 half marathon, which, by the way, in case you don't know, is really ridiculous. Effing fast.
That's not the Matt who's really good at golf as well and doesn't really play golf.
No. That's another. No. Well, good memory, Tom, of the inner Preston boys. No, that's a different Matt. That's Dudley, not Robinson.
Sure. Okay.
But let's not get bogged down in.
I don't know what any of those sounds were that just came out of your mouth, but they were very northern. But I think that's really interesting. So I reckon if I were to go out tomorrow and play, admittedly off the mats, which are miles forward, I would be amazed if I shot single figures. I'd be happy with 12 over. Anything around 12 over. Realistically, it would be 16, 17, 18 over.
I'm really intrigued to see what I can go shoot at my place now we're in the depths of winter, because everyone says, this is my first winter at my place, everyone says it gets so much harder in winter because we don't go on forward mats, right? So we get rid of the whites, we're plonked on yellows, but the difference isn't really that drastic. And my place, it's so hilly that if you're firing balls...
You played a hard course, man.
Really hard course. If there's certain holes where your ball is going to be going directly into the bank of a hill, and in summer you might get a bit of jump and roll and get over it, but in winter it's in there, done. Talking about winter, quick, do you want some products before the products, Tom?
Oh, hello. Go on.
This is a bit of baked in early products. There's been a spattering of people jumping on the website and buying hoodies because we're now entering winter golf period. And I frankly love that,
Christmas gifts. They make a great Christmas gift.
They make a great Christmas gift. But we've never updated the order of hoodies. So what I'm trying to say here is that the inventory, word we use in merch.
God, I haven't got a clue. I didn't know that was a real life word.
Yeah, it's a real life word. Yeah, I think it's 8 points on Scrabble. There's no update coming for the hoodies unless we get sort of inundated with demand. So
why don't we get another batch of hoodies for Christmases?
Tom, God, because we've still got hoodies left over from the live event, right? And not all sizes, but there's a handful of most sizes. So listen, if you want a hoodie, go and buy them, is what I'm trying to say. If they all go or we get a flurry of them, we might do a redesign and a different colourway drop and all this sort of stuff.
Well, what I would say about the hoodies is anyone listening who maybe they have got some sort of member of the family or friend who doesn't necessarily listen to the podcast, which I can't imagine. I find that difficult to conceive.
Weird.
But crucially, the title of the show is in itself a lol, right? Yes. So if you do have someone who's playing golf, they can get a thing with golf even though they don't know what the podcast is, which would be great because that means one day someone will come up to them and say, "Oh my God, you like Tom and Tom?" And they'll go, "I don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah, what?
And that'll be fun.
And can I say, Tom, although I'm reluctant to say this because I love all the stuff we've done, especially the thing that's going to come later this week, hopefully. I love the t-shirt design and the little guy.
Yes.
But I think the hoodie's the best thing we've ever done. The quality is so good, and they're so clean, and they look amazing.
QVC, you've gone full
I know,
QVC.
I've gone. Sorry.
No, but I would say
I'm the one.
Yes. I know. You did it all, mate. And I would say that, although to be fair, my eldest son did sell quite a lot of hoodies at the live event.
He did.
But no, you did. You sorted it all out, and the hoodies genuinely,
they're great.
What I loved was people bought them and went, "Oh, these are quite good." These,
yeah.
Right. I know, because Tom Green is a psychopath. That's why they're good, because Tom Green has gone to the ends of the earth. But the shirts, just to be clear, there's still some t-shirts left, I think.
There are.
Do order a size up than what you would normally do, just in case. If you are in life a large, order an extra large, because I feel sorry for the number of people who bought that t-shirt and discovered that it was passing judgment on them.
Yeah. I think what I would say on that is, and now this is merch is ruining my life, is people now are more used to a boxy, oversized fit when it comes to fashion and clothes, whereas these are a more traditional fit. So a medium really is a medium.
Say inventory again. I enjoyed that bit.
Inventory.
Yeah,
I thought I was a large, and I think I'm more an XL. But anyway, Tom, that's not what we're here to talk about, is it?
No, but we are talking about it. But I would say also going into winter, I find playing with a jacket quite good for my golf because it keeps my arms close to my body. Have you discovered the similar thing?
No, I absolutely hate it. I think I look better in golfing winter gear. I think as a fashion look, I think I look a bit better. But the only attire I can be wearing where I feel truly at my best is shorts.
Dinner jacket.
In a dinner jacket, yeah. It's tucks and tails. Tops and tails. That's how I feel, truly at home.
Full Bond. Full James Bond on the golf course.
Yep. No, it has to be shorts and a polo for me. And that's how I feel at my absolute best. Any restriction or any feeling on the old wrist, it's like, I don't like it.
Yeah. But I noticed it the other day. I was playing with with a coat on because it's freezing. And it meant that it's the towel trick. You know the Justin Rose when he tucks half his shirt under his armpit, even when he's putting, right?
Yeah,
it's sort of because it's all a bit tight and it's all a bit, if you've got to buy jackets and stuff, maybe you should always go a few sizes up when you get your wind cheater on for golf. But mine's medium, and so it's only just sort of fits me. But it's nice, it's snug. And it just meant that everything was very close in and it was all very trunk based, which of course, Gary Player would love, because Gary Player always goes on about the
Is
trunk.
that okay?
The trunk.
Do you think you may get cancelled
Gary
for
Player.
that?
What, for doing an impression of his Zimbabwean accent?
No, I think it's fine. I think it's Zimbabwe.
Anyway, it's also a terrible impression.
It's one of the all right
But
ones.
yeah, it's an incredible thing. So I thought that was quite a good moment, quite a good tip.
Yeah. It's interesting, though, talking about winter golf and all this sort of stuff, just to sort of, for a moment, allow us to daydream about what we will get later this year, or at least holidays and stuff. We put a really interesting post online. I think we maybe mentioned it briefly on the podcast, but we did something different for TikTok and Instagram, talking about Dubai and golf holidays and where the best place is. And obviously we were inundated with people saying Portugal and Spain and all this sort of stuff. And I mean, what I'm going to say here sounds like a joke, and it genuinely isn't, right? But Morocco got a lot of mentions. I think
you can't say that. You can't say that word without me laughing.
Morocco got a lot of mentions above and beyond people just going, ask Tom Green about Morocco. And I think it's really interesting. Turkey got a lot of mentions as well for good quality, cheaper golf that isn't going to break the bank, but is pretty special and just a little bit different to the sort of stuff we've all done in the past.
The thing that annoyed me about my Portugal trip, and I really want to go back to Portugal, and I want to go and film out there and help you guys find a good Portugal option. That's something which I think we should do on the show. But the thing that annoyed me about my Portugal trip that I went on before this golf was really my life journey started was the shuttling. We were staying in a hotel that was all right, and then we just sort of got shuttled to the same course every day. So it was like, excuse me, get in a minibus, go over there. It felt like being on a stag do. Just loads of other blokes everywhere in minibuses flying around. And it felt a bit... And what I enjoyed about other golf trips I've done is you're in a hotel, and maybe Turkey offers this, I don't know, or Morocco. You're in a hotel, you go down and have breakfast, and you walk out there, and that's the golf course. And I'm happy to play that same golf course for 2 or 3 days or whatever.
Sorry, I'm a bit confused here as to what you're saying the issue is. So,
well, for me, in my mind, I think a lot of Portuguese golf, and you might tell me this is just I went on a crap tour, but involves getting in a bus and driving all over the place, and your sort of your hotel isn't right next to the golf course. What I want is a hotel. I want a hotel that is the golf course, and I can just stay almost in the compound.
No, I totally agree with you. I think with experience on this, I think there are 2 different types of golf trips you can do, and I would argue that you split them probably based on finances and also based on what you want the vibe of the trip to do. So you get a villa or you get a hotel, and every day you get in your car and you go and play this amazing place, and you drive back and you go and play this amazing place, and you drive around the local area and you get to know it, and sometimes the commute to the course might be an hour or whatever, but you play amazing golf. There is that. Now, I think the thing with that is you get a better quality of golf because you get to handpick the golf courses, and you probably get a better quality of hotel. However, what you do have there is it's more money because you're not bundling everything together and getting discount. And you have
lovely package. Love a package.
Nice, lovely package over there. You also have the issue which we encountered this summer when we didn't go to Morocco. We famously went to North Wales, where you then have to have a designated driver. And what you can't do, which is my favourite goddamn thing on a golf holiday, is to sit in the bar afterwards and have 4 to 5 pints of continental lager. Because then you've got to find someone who's doing the driving, and it's a whole hassle. So then you do the other thing, which I think is the perfect golf trip, which is big corporate hotel with a load of blokes.
Now I think this is what I want.
Courses.
I think this is what I want.
Yeah, this is what I want. My God, this is all I want. Then you want 2 or 3 courses, and it's all there for you.
And I understand I'm not doing the tour, and I'm not driving over here to this incredible place one day and driving over there. If I'm going to do that, I want a week's holiday where I'm in Portugal and I have one day at the hotel, and then one day we've got a big trip, and then another couple of days back at the hotel. But if I'm just going, let's be honest, realistically, our trip to Portugal is going to be a long weekend, right?
Yeah,
I want to go to a really nice hotel. And this is what I like about this idea, this notion I've got in my head, where, we've got our round. Me and Tom have got a big round at 10 a.m. Then we come back in, going to go to the pool for a bit. Hope we don't bump into each other. That would be awkward, seeing each other in our swimming pants. But then there's like a 5 p.m. Do you know what? I know we're eating at 7:30, but I might just go and do 9 holes on that other course. Because this imaginary hotel's got 2 courses. I'll go and do the back 9 of that other. No problem. Jump on there. I like that. I want to basically live like a millionaire, please. Thank you.
Yeah, there are loads of places where that is possible. That the trip you are describing is almost exactly the golf trip I did a couple of years ago with some friends, and this is really annoying of me. And maybe I will. Do you know what we'll do? If you want to know the golf course I did this at, go and check the description of this episode, because I will find it and I'll put it in, because there's no point me going on this big rant about it and then you guys not being able to check it out. I'll post it below. But Tom, it was exactly what you said. It was either 2 or 3 courses, and there was an all-you-could golf option.
I want an all-you-can golf buffet. I'm glad we've come to that conclusion.
All you can eat, all you can drink, and all you can golf. And I mean,
I like
is this my heaven?
I like it when on the show I like it when I discover things about myself. I never realised that's what I wanted, and now I know that's what I want. That's now what I need to have.
Yeah, it's easier, and also
that has to happen.
That's the golf trip I believe 90% of our audience listening to this podcast want and should push for, and it's what I want, and it's what. Why don't we all just go on holiday together?
Okay, let's have some products, and we'll come back and sort out the holiday. Yeah.
Yeah, great idea.
Hello, welcome back. It's Golf is Ruining My Life on a Monday. So obviously, because it's so wet and bleh here, we're dreaming of warmer climate, aren't we? We're just completely distracted by the notion of going abroad for a bit of golf. Running out of time this year now, because obviously, here we are in mid-November. So realistically, this is going to be a next year thing, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, it will be a next year thing. I just think what we've discussed there, that type of golf trip, I think is perfect. And don't make the mistake we did when we went away. It was amazing. It was really well organised from one of the guys at the golf course I was a member of. He did a great job. And it was Ryder Cup format. But then one of the days we did do 2 18 rounds carded. And that was a bit much. Don't do that. Do the thing that Tom says. Get the 10 a.m. tee time. Do it. Have your lunch. Chill out for a bit. Game of tennis, whatever. Enjoy yourself. Bit of squash, lovely. Bit of paddle, nice.
Sauna,
maybe some 9 holes.
Take everything off. Yeah, come on then. Safety word. Sorry.
Are you okay?
Sorry. I'm so sorry. What?
Sorry, what just happened? I just blacked out, and it was all quite weird. Can I reference something that got mentioned in the Discord yesterday?
You hit me.
So I said I didn't think Preston Golf Club, the golf club I was a member of as a junior, was a particular posh golf course. I thought it was quite a normal golf course. We had someone on the Discord being like, I'm from Preston. Tom, what on earth are you talking about? It is a posh golf course. But his definition of why it is posh intrigued me. Yeah.
Oh, God. What defines a posh golf course? Oh, hello,
exactly.
TikTok.
Well, there's a million and one things here that I think we could go down, whether it's a halfway hut, which is manned, blah, 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 blah.
Which hasn't been burnt down. Things like that.
See,
I think good signage. I think posh, because one of the things that's been missing at our place until recently is proper signs that go, that is where the next hole is over there. It's unbelievable how lacking that was.
Yeah, I love a golf course which has really well-maintained, well-defined paths as well. That's how you know a really good place. I'm looking at you,
rubber
Woburn.
tarmac based.
Oh, yeah. Soft tarmac. What even is that stuff? I don't know. It's bouncy. It's weird. I love it.
Yes. Like a kid's playground.
But this guy on Discord, and I can't remember your name, but I thought it was really fascinating your definition of a posh golf course and why Preston Golf Club fell into that is you can't book around there on the website.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I think there's something in that. I really do. Because I don't think my current place, you can't book on the website. Tom, your place, I don't think you can book on the website.
So what you're talking about is obviously not as a member, because obviously that's how everyone books as members. What you're saying is as a visitor, correct, you can't log in, or not rather log in, you can't go to the website and say, hello, my name's Jimmy McJimson and I'd like to play 18 holes.
Yes. I think there's maybe there's 3 categories here. There's the golf courses that you can get on like any website which organises and plans golf tee times. There's those.
Yep.
There's the golf courses that you can get on, but they don't advertise you can get on, but you can if you just ring the golf club.
Yep.
And then there's the courses that are members only, full stop.
Yep.
That's the 3 categories.
That's interesting, isn't it? So how come you played it as the person you're playing with as a member?
Preston Golf Club. No, you can play it. Of course you can play it. It's just not advertised.
I know, but you just didn't do it on the web. You just did you phone?
I just called up. I just called the pro shop.
Oh, right, okay.
I just called the pro shop. It was like, can I have a tea time? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then that's how we got into the whole. I mean, again, love the Discord, and only on this podcast would there be a full chat on there about how people loved the country club, the country card chat. It was only
the
through
county card.
County
the county
card,
card.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Two men who don't really know what a county card is discussing county cards. It gets no better.
Yeah. Why else would we second biggest podcast in Great Britain?
Sure.
It was only through chatting to the pro shop where I found out that I could take the county card. Anyway, who cares? But I think it's interesting that there is that is someone's definition of it is posh because you can't book on the website.
I would also say that leans into a slightly more old-fashioned approach to golf, which is surprising for you because you're quite, you're a modern young thing and you're under 50.
Sure.
But the idea of phoning, I think a lot of people now just go, well, I'll book it. Obviously, I'll book it on the MyEG app, the Intelligent Golf app or whatever app you've got if you're a member of a golf course. Fine.
Yeah.
But I also think a lot of people no longer just go, I'm going to phone the pro shop and make contact with them. A lot of people think, well, I don't really know what I'm going to get. I don't really want to. I might end up going through. That's another thing that's really annoying about golf courses is when you get the options. Nobody's phoning up to speak to the bar. Nobody's phoning up to speak to the general manager.
Can I speak to the secretary? No, the pro shop.
Everyone wants to get to the pro shop. What's that? Press 4 for the greenkeeper. I don't care what Barry's doing to the green. I need to book a tee time. No, it drives me nuts every single time.
Yeah, because it's always the option to contact the bar is always ahead of the pro shop. No.
Why? Unless it's if you want to get him home, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you're phoning the bar. But oh god, it's so annoying. But I don't think enough people phone up and go, "Hi mate, it's Tom Price here. I want to come out this afternoon."
People should
because then a thing there's a real bee in my bonnet is I don't think enough pro shops are managing the tee times enough because it's become such an online experience that you get people who all go and book their one man or woman tee times and it clogs it up. Whereas if you're in this slightly more old-fashioned world where you phone up and Barry will be there in the pro shop and go, hello mate, listen, Tim's playing at 3:30. Do you want to jump on with Tim? Yeah, perfect, thanks so much. Someone else phones up, oh, Tom and Tim are playing. What's your name? Tam. Great, join Tom and Tim. Tim, Tom and Tam. Like, that doesn't happen anymore. Everyone just goes and books on the app and it gets clogged and you end up with a series of two balls and no one does anything about it. It really annoys me.
I think the great thing about pro shops as well is when you're doing the IG or whatever it is on your booking system, I mean, even by our standards, this is effing niche, but like the guys at the pro shop, they have like a level above the IG that you've got access to. So the amount of times that I've called up and been like, this isn't available because of the comp on, but that's ridiculous because it means I can't play on a Saturday. What can you do about it? And they'll always go, well, do you know what, actually, this isn't actually a thing, but we can jump you out at 10, and then by the time you come round, it'll be clear, so you're fine. Or, do you know what, this actually isn't a tea time, but I reckon X, Y, and Z will let you off at one tea time earlier because everything else is booked. It's fine.
Common sense, Tom.
Yeah, common sense, right?
Prevailing. It is out there still.
Can I reference an email we had as well? I know this is not the email special, but there's a really funny email that I thought we should discuss.
Yeah, go on.
Thank you so much to the person who pointed out a couple of weeks ago that Nick Doherty, friend and fan of the show, I'm going to put that out there.
I know what this is.
We should have this, by the way. If any of us see this thing in the wild, please contact us so we know. Because although I think this term has been a thing in golf for a while, I think we've brought it to the fore. Wouldn't you agree?
It's definitely been out there for a while, but I think because it was your signature shot, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I think you've brought it back to the mainstream.
Do you know what? I'm going to search my email inbox so we can credit the man who...
the person who pointed it out. So basically, Nick Doherty said on Sky Sports, during a tournament, so-and-so has just bunted it along the fairway there. Now, Nick is a friend. I'll be honest, he's a fan. He's a fan. Mainly of my radio show. It's awkward. He's obsessed with me. But he's a fan of the show. I think Nick's heard us use it. I think he's seen it on our socials and he's thought, do you know what? I'm gonna hop on the Golfers Ruining My Life bandwagon and I'm gonna become a bunter.
Reese Parrott, subjective email, BUNT. Just the whole thing that Reese has done here, I really found funny as I was walking along somewhere reading this on my phone. BUNT, subjective email, body of email. Not a proper email, just to say that Nick Doherty has used the phrase bunt down the fairway at Yas Links live on Sky Sports. That's all. Send. Done.
Sent from iPhone.
It's brilliant because although, as we say, I don't think we can say we brought bunt into the golfing lexicon. I do think we have some ownership of it.
But it was homeless and we're its foster parents. But hashtag buntwatch. Keep across it. Let us know. The Toms at golfersruiningmylife.co.uk. We're getting towards the end of the show, Tom. Any other business before we knock this on the head today?
I mean, there's loads of stuff that I can chat about because I actually wrote a couple of notes here for the podcast.
You made notes? I've never made a note for this show. Go on then, give us a note.
I mean,
let's hear a thought.
This is just the sort of person I am. Some people are like me, and some people aren't like me, like my wife. I got to a spin class 25 minutes early today. I mean,
right, is this one of your thoughts? Did you write this down?
No, but I had time to sit outside the spin class and write my notes down. So why don't we just go through my notes? We'll just see if I've missed anything.
Okay.
Push Spotify reviews. We've done that, have we?
Guys, give us a review on Spotify. There we are, done it.
Cheers.
Smashed it.
If you're looking for a hoodie, you got to move. Yeah.
Get some hoodies. There are some available. Don't forget, they're going to make you feel like a right fatso, so buy a size up.
No, that's just the t-shirt.
Oh, no, that's the t-shirts.
The hoodies fit. Yeah, if you feel like a fatso in the hoodie, it's because you're a fatso. Talking about getting things moving, the playoff alert got me moving on Sunday. We discussed that in the last episode. Morocco and Turkey are getting a lot of love for golf trips. Done that. Yeah. Now we haven't done this, Tom. And I'm reticent to go down this cul-de-sac because I know neither of us are well informed enough, but off we go. Have you seen that some of the new drivers are getting teased for next year?
Stop it.
Yes. There's a new driver from Ping coming out.
Is it really? Oh, God, I actually couldn't get words out then. I started dribbling. Are they going G550? What are they going to call it?
I think it's going to be called the G440K. But I don't want to go down this rabbit hole too much because obviously we work with Ping and we should probably have official press releases for all this stuff. But classic Ping, it's very classy. It's very in line with everything they've already done. It's not like a big marketing. Look at the best driver we've ever got. We know. Yeah. Listen, we've said this on the show since we started. If you want the most forgiving and best driver in golf, get a Ping driver. That's as simple as it is.
Simple.
But what I am excited for is some of the other brands sometimes have a lot more marketing flair. I think that's fair to say, wouldn't you, Tom?
Well, they go for it. They lean into marketing because the product isn't as good.
Yeah. So what I'm really excited to see this year, and we haven't seen any of these yet, is the big marketing moments that these companies have. Because I stand by, there has not been a moment as exciting as the TaylorMade Stealth since it had a red face.
Yeah, like most golfers. I really, really loved the Stealth. You're absolutely right. That was a huge. Was that like 2019?
Oh, it was so long ago. Yeah,
pre-pandemic.
It's that era.
But the golf thing is coming round, and the next few weeks are a bit rubbish. But you know what? We get to look forward to Christmas golf, and then in January, new products everywhere, and then it gets really interesting because you get to see what is out there. What are the big leaps? What are the next movements? Is this mini driver thing? Is there going to be like a 3-wood driver hybrid? Is anyone doing that? Are drivers getting smaller? Is someone going to start making tiny headed drivers? Because I've seen a few of those around.
Yeah, Ping don't do those mini drivers yet. So it's always interesting with a brand like Ping, which is a proper traditional golf brand that doesn't tend to jump onto bandwagons quickly. It really considers its move. I'm really intrigued to see whether Ping do a mini driver and whether that's sort of here to stay. So yeah, even by golf standards, it feels like the leaks are early this year. I don't think we're normally getting leaks in November, so we can tick that off. We've done that, Tom, from our list.
Good. Go on.
Does not having online booking make somewhere posh? Tick.
Oh, done it. We've absolutely done all these things.
Bunt in the wild. Done that.
Bunt in the wild.
Bunt in the wild is what I wrote down. Country membership, and this is my final point on the podcast. Tom, your membership you have at Littlestone is, I guess that's country membership, isn't it?
Effectively, it is a country membership, and it is a wonderful, wonderful thing because you get to feel all the warmth and love and being part of a golf club without ending up, spending loads of money, and it's not like you got to go there every weekend because you've spent thousands of pounds on being a member somewhere. You need to get country membership. You can't just sort of rock up and go, "Hey, I'd like to." The reason Littlestone happened is because I was spending time down there playing with my friend James. I got to know James. There's a fabulous team down there. So you kind of, when you're a country member of a lot of places, it's because you often go and end up playing down there, and then the conversation naturally evolves. You can't just rock up somewhere and say, hello, I'd like to be a country member. And often and I'm lucky enough they haven't done this with me, because actually technically I am a full member at Littlestone. But some country memberships, it's like you can only play 7 times a year.
Yeah.
As I understand it, and I'm not speaking on, I do not know this is the case with Littlestone. I don't think it is. But as I understand it, that is very they're very lax to enforce that. It's one of those things where you only get 7 rounds a year, but everyone knows people do a few more. Oh, because often people only do 3 rounds a year.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear.
Country membership's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing.
Right, and that's the end of the list. So I'll just write under the list done. So that's we know that.
List done. Pod done. We're back on Thursday. Let us know any topics we brought up today, any bunts in the wild, any country memberships. We're always interested. We're all ears. The Toms at golfisruiningmylife.co.uk. Drop us an email.
It's funny, I was walking around the office yesterday, Tom, and someone called you a bunt in the wild. It was something like that anyway.
Yeah.
See you next time.
I'm too tired. I've got nothing.